Have you ever felt like your rhythm is just not that strong? Maybe you find it hard to keep time, rushing, dragging, or you're just unsure what to do between the beats. So what if I told you there's one genre of music that can fix your timing almost without you realizing? Reggae. It's one of the most enjoyable, uplifting styles of music to play, and at the same time, it's going to take your rhythm to the next level. Let's dive in. Here's a clip of Bob Marley and the Wailers playing Jammin', which is such a great track. Check out what the piano player's doing here.
No bullet to stop us now, we neither beg nor we won't bow, neither can we guard our soul.
Now what the keys player is doing here is something called the chop. This is a really common keys part in so many reggae grooves. Now, I'm not a reggae expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I have played in a few reggae bands, and this chop pattern, it works so well in so many different reggae kind of styles. We're going to start off by learning the regular chop. And the key here is to keep the chords super simple. The challenge is going to be in the rhythm. So the only chords we're going to use is A minor. And you can see I'm just playing root position triads in both hands, and you get that really kind of dense sound. And then we're going to go to a G chord. Again, root position chords in both hands. Okay, so those are our two shapes. A minor and G. And we're going to be playing those chords on beats 2 and 4. Okay, now 2 and 4 are usually really hard to find because so often we just play everything on beat 1. Whenever we start, everything's in on beat 1. We're not going to be playing on beat 1 here at all. This is sometimes called a one-drop groove, meaning that very little is happening on beat 1, okay? The focus is on beat 2 and 4. Let's have a go at just counting along with the backing track and see if we can just count beats 2 and 4. And rather than play, we're going to clap. And the whole reason for this is whenever I see people working on rhythms, they're straight on the piano. And actually, sometimes you need to feel the rhythm and know what it kind of sounds like and feels like before you even think about putting your hands on the keys, okay? So a kind of different way of learning, but let's give it a go with the track. And we're just going to clap on beats 2 and 4. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in my head, I'm hearing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a lot harder than it looks. If you're watching this video thinking, that seems so easy, have a go, okay? Give it a go, because you might be surprised. And remember, we're not talking about approximations here. You don't want to be a little bit before the beat. You've got to be bang on, straight in the pocket. It's a lot harder. You can actually download this backing track as part of a free resource pack I've put together for you. It's got the backing track in there and also a free PDF lesson book that's going to take you through every step I'm covering in this video, so you can get it all under your fingers. As I say, it's completely free. The link is in the video description, or you can also scan this QR code up here. Let's have a go now at playing that chop pattern along with the backing track. And just a couple of things to notice. When I'm playing this, each chord isn't long, okay? You're not holding it on for a long period of time. It's not sustained. You want a really kind of short, snappy chord. And the other thing is you need to give it some attack, some real grit. You don't want to be sort of tickling the keys. You don't want to be doing that. It needs a real punch. Okay, let's give this a go with the track. You can see when I'm playing there, I'm almost doing like a bounce. My hand's kind of resting on the keyboard on beats 1 and 3, and then it's playing on 2 and 4. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see it's coming into land on those beats 1 and 3. And I think that just really helps you lock into the groove a bit more. What you don't want to be doing is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, with your hands flying miles off the keyboard and then kind of staying up here and then coming back down. You want to be as close to the keys as possible at all times. So that's why you want to bring your hands back to rest. So many of my friends who are professional piano players, we always talk about the piano being so closely linked to drumming, right? When you're playing these patterns, it's almost like you're kind of playing the congas or something like that. And that's very much what's going through my head when I'm playing this groove. And if you're thinking to yourself, why are we doing this? The reason is whenever I work with piano players, One of the main things they struggle with is rhythm, particularly feeling the offbeats, those syncopated rhythms. I'm not for 1 minute saying you have to run off and join a reggae band, but what I am saying is that a little bit of practice of this genre, where you're just playing the offbeats and making that process of feeling the offbeat quite natural, it's really going to help your rhythm. Okay, now let's take this up a level and look at something called the double chop. Now, all this is we're going to add in an extra chord on the and of beat 2. So I'll just show you what it sounds like. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 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 3, 4. See that? There's an extra chord on the first chord of every bar. Okay, we're doubling that chord up. Again, this is all written out for you in that PDF lesson book. We're going to have a go at doing that with the track. But before we do that, just a couple of things to notice. I've still got that bounce in there. Do you see that? 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. My hands are coming to rest on the keys when I'm not playing on those other beats. So that's going on. See that? And then also, there's a bit of a swing. Rather than the subdivisions being completely equal, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, the groove becomes more like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. It's got a bit of like a lilt to it, almost like a kind of more relaxed kind of. If I play you both versions on the piano, this would be if I was playing it with no swing, right? Check it out. 1 and 2. It's almost got a very kind of regimented feel to it. It's not very kind of relaxed. Check this out. This is the swung version. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3. It's a very small difference in terms of the kind of theory. You know, it's swung. But boy, it makes such a big difference to the feel overall and the way the groove kind of moves and the way it makes you feel as well when you're listening to it. Okay, let's give this a go with the backing track. I've done these kind of exercises with piano players of all levels, and they've all noticed a huge kind of shift in the way they feel rhythm after doing this for kind of an extended period. I mean, I'm not saying you need to sit down and play these grooves for hours, right? Okay. If you just did, say, I don't know, 10 minutes a day for the next few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, you would notice such a shift in the way you feel rhythms. They just feel a little bit more natural, and I think you'd also feel like you have a bit more control over where you're rhythmically placing things. So do give this a go. I really think it's going to help you out. Lastly, let me just show you one kind of next level thing you can add to these grooves. Let's stick with the double chop. But what we're going to do is add a little bit of conversation between our hands. So rather than both of our hands playing at the same time, there's now going to be a bit of kind of interplay. So check this out. This is going to be our new groove. Did you spot what was going on there? There's that little kind of conversation between the hands on the last chord in kind of every other bar. And it goes the left hand first, then the right hand. I'll just talk you through it slowly. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Do you see that? You got that little and 4 on every other bar, and it just makes such a difference. It just changes up the groove. And these are all kind of little gear changes you can add in when you're just grooving along to these backing tracks. I'd start with the first chop, then I'd try the double chop, and then I'd try this little next level kind of add-on. I haven't come up with a name for it yet, but I'll think of something and I'll put it in the lesson book. Maybe Charlie can put it up here. There we go, Charlie, you can put it up there. That's the name of this one, okay? Make sure you're sitting back on it. Don't rush. Yeah, Yeah, there it is. So much fun. Don't forget to download your free PDF lesson book. Everything's in the video description, including that backing track as well, so you can practice all of this. And if you really enjoyed this video, I think you're gonna love this one up here, where I break down my ultimate guide to piano rhythm patterns. Go check that out, and I'll see you over there.